Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching EXPOZ on November 14, 2016, 11:14 p.m. And I cannot wait to this weekend. Football. Alabama's still number one, and Megyn Kelly's getting ready to make a move. This is what I hear. And even Hannity, I hear there's a big shakeup. And Fox, if that happens, Fox will kind of take a nosedive. I hear Megan's going over to CNN, and Hannity can go anywhere he wants. But anyway, that's not even what I want to talk about. I want to talk about we have a self-anointed God. Did you know that? Yeah. Article done by the Oath Keepers. I got it today. And it's titled Self-Anointed God with a little g. SOROS set on bending creation to his own will. Wow. Let me tell you a little bit about rich and what that gets you. The richer you are, is it better or is it, But anyway, the story is self-explanatory right here. George Soros, his net worth is $25 billion. And I'm going to tell you about how he got most of his money. And Donald Trump's net worth is $11 billion plus or minus. In reality, with all his properties valued at where they should be, his net worth could climb to between 13 to 14 billion. And I don't doubt that at all, especially the projects underway that's really not included on what they can be valued at in the future. Anyway, let's go. First, again, look how they made their money. Soros made his started by breaking counties, then cities. Did this in New York City when he went to work for the mayor for the first time, way back when he immigrated from Hungary. Then people, then states, then countries, stolen lives, destroyed people's lives along the way, making this money. When he bet an amount of money on the stock market 2 years ago on the France market, he earned $1 billion on their devalue of their currency. $1 billion on that one change. And he's the one that influenced the change in the first place. He's a big owner or most owner of the Citibank. And he's an evil man. And I'm going to tell you in just a moment what else he's got going right now. And of course, Trump made his money by buying, building, remodeling, selling, and people made money off of Donald Trump along the way. So both of them made money. Trump enriches people. Soros breaks people. Soros just paid a sum of money to defeat the Arizona sheriff, Sheriff Joe, because he stood against illegal immigration. Soros' man in for this illegal immigration, his name is Paul Pinzon. He's just barely an American, but yet he's brought in by Soros and paid for, backed, supported, and put in millions of dollars to just put out, millions of dollars worth of ads against Sheriff Joe. And if the people of Arizona knew what was going on, guys, you're inviting the illegals. I mean, if you think you have a lot of illegals in Arizona now, you wait until Paul comes in. That's going to increase by fivefold. You watch. And it will do it in the first 6 months. So we better hope that Trump's wall maybe he should start in Arizona first. What do you think? I do. And the people in Arizona, again, oh yeah, also, here's more. The machines they voted on, the voting booths, wonder who supplied those. Look that up. I think you'd be surprised. In 2014, SOROS tried to influence the European elections and made $1 billion on the fall of their currency. And SOROS is now seeking to steal the Malaysian 2018 elections. What does this mean? He's an idiot. SOROS just sought to influence the Supreme Court justices on illegal immigration in the case U.S. versus Texas. And you all know about that. And wasn't Judge Roberts murdered in Texas? Right out of Marfa, 36 miles from the main road. Yeah. Airport, too far, but it was on the property. SOROS funded opposition research and critics of radical Islam. Why? Why not just, if you want to go that way, why not just Muslim? No, it was radical Islamic terrorist. He is funding the critics. He's paying the high-shot lawyers, people like Bill and Hillary, to go in and do all they can do to rip this apart. Well, you know what? As long as Trump is command, they're not coming here anyway. SOROS, got news for you, buddy. And old SOROS probably going to kick a bucket soon, in my opinion. And everything he does, he hurts the country. Every country he involves himself in, he will own by paying large sums of money to the most radical lawyers he can find. There it is. Like Bill and Hillary Clinton. Through them, many people will have their lives destroyed. SOROS, now, today, self-anointed God, SOROS set on bending creation to his will. That's the start of the article written by the Oath Keepers that came in today. And there are far more rich men in hell than those who are poor. In this note, by the way, I'm kind of directing it to SOROS, and it'll end with a bang. And SOROS thinks that he has to oversee maybe his own home that's being built. Well, you know what? Homes are built in paradise, in the upper levels, the upper parts of heaven, SOROS, not on the lower parts, which is down beneath our feet. And I'm going to throw something else in here just because I want to. Bill Gates and all his money, you don't hear that much out of him, but behind the scenes, he thinks that half of the population of this world should go away. Did you know that? He voted for it. He's the one that brought it up. 5 years ago, he said it ought to be capped at 8 billion. Now he says it should be reduced to 3.5 billion. Well, guess what? Y'all hold on. It will be. Because God is going to do it through evil people. Does not the Bible say in the first part of the tribulation, a third of the people, or half of the, I'll take that back, a third of the population will die in the first 3.5 years, then a quarter of those left to die in the next 3.5 years. That is a half of the world's population. That is 3.5 to almost 4 billion people will die in 7 years. Bill Gates, you'll get your way, but not the way you wanted it. And let's just hope that you didn't mean that, because let me tell you about you gods out there, SOROS and Gates. and the Clintons. What is it that God said? He said, Yahweh, that's God's name, is a Elohim. Elohim is either singular or plural. Then he said, but no other Elohim, that means them, many, Elohim, that means they are not Yahweh. So God said, look, I'm God. I am the God with a big G. And you are little gods with a little g. And you die and you bleed like man. So, as I said, to put it together the way it should be, Yahweh is Elohim. And not any other Elohim is a Yahweh. For you die and bleed like man. For I have made you, you said, among the council of the gods with a little g. But I oversee all of you. I alone. And I set above the curvature and the circular parts of the earth and look down upon it. He didn't say flat earth. He said the circular parts of the earth. It's all the earth. Jody Wolf EXPOZ.